So I dyed my hair blue, as you can tell. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and talk about my hair. Obviously it's a different color. Yeah, I don't really know how to go about this video. I'm more of a natural kind of girl, so you guys know that I've always had my natural hair color or a like black color. Back in the day when I was like 16 to 18 years old, I used to dye my hair like a bright cherry red or burgundy kind of red. Those were the colors that I would kind of go for, but for some reason I was like, I want to dye my hair blue, and of course Wes was like, go for it. So I was like, alright. Normally he did want me to dye my hair purple, but I think that's going to be later on. So I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys basically the process that I went through, because I know a lot of people try to dye their hair at home. I do have experience. I am a hairdresser. I do freelance and stuff like that, so that's kind of why I knew what it was that I was doing. So this video is kind of to help those of you at home who want to try to do something like this, and to try to, you know, give you tips and tricks and stuff, especially since I already did it, and you know, I did it at home. You guys can probably do it too. But I do want to say that my hair had not been bleached in about 4 to 5 years. So it picked up very easily. But I do also want to say that my hair is a little bit porous, so I did need a filler. So I do want to just mention like a few different things here and there. It's going to be a little bit educational, but I want to try to make it quick and simple. So let's just get started. Okay, so starting off, my hair is quite long. I don't know if you guys remember how long it was. That's how long my hair is. It's long, and it still is long even after I processed it. So that's why I wanted to make this video for you guys, to show you that you don't need to fry your hair to get the results you want. Okay, so if you guys have not seen my videos before, I'll insert a picture right here of what my hair looked like. It was more of a lighter brown, but my blondies are blonde. Like, I have blondies around my hair, so it was a lighter brown but natural highlights there. That's why my baby hairs are blue, because of that. So what you need to do, since this is a demi hair color, or even with semi hair colors, because I used both. So first, starting out with my hair, I used a demi-permanent hair color. Now with demi-permanent hair colors, you do tend to want to bleach your hair so that it can be very vibrant, and that's I wasn't honestly trying to go for vibrant. I wanted something that was dark but looked very dark blue. That was what I wanted, but I kind of got caught in the heat of the moment, and I was just like, you know what, if I'm going to do this, let me do it bold so that I can enjoy it for a little bit, because best bet, I don't think I'm going to keep my hair bright and bold like this for that long, especially since I'm in the teaching realm. I can't do this. It's summer vacation, so that's why I thought that I would go ahead and enjoy it while I can. So I used that, so I did have to bleach my hair, and like I said, I didn't bleach my hair for about 4 to 5 years, so it lifted very easily. I started bleaching about 5 inches down because I wanted to kind of go for the dark roots, but then I ended up getting a little bleach spot somewhere here. So what I did was I went in and I put in a couple of streaks throughout my hair on the roots, as you can see, and I did it on my bangs too. So I ended up doing bleaching twice, but not in the same spot. So I did the bottom first, and then when I saw that, hey, I had a little bleach spot here, which is why when you bleach your hair, you don't want to pin it up, because that's what I did. I ended up just improvising and putting in like more streaks of blue in through my hair. That's what I did. I bleached my hair. I used the Prism color bleach, so I'll put it in right here. I ended up using a 30 volume developer, and I used a 30 because I wanted to get it to a blonde color. The higher the developer number, the more levels it's going to lift. I always try to stay away from 40 unless you're literally black hair, just because that can kind of start damaging your hair. So I used a 30 volume developer. I used the bleach, and I also used little boosters. This one that I have here, this is the Ion Booster. And I do recommend something like this because it kind of helps moisten your hair. It prevents some of the damage. You're still going to damage your hair, but if you're like me and you didn't bleach your hair before, literally there's like no damage. It may dry your hair out just a bit, but no damage. So that's what I used. I needed something that got rid of yellow, which is why I got the blue one, and the purple one is for orange. I wanted to get rid of the yellow because I knew that I was doing my hair blue, and what happens when you mix blue and yellow, you get green. So I wanted there to be like no yellow, no brassiness. And so that's what I used to bleach my hair, and I just left it in for about, I don't know, like 30 minutes. You honestly want to check your hair frequently to see how fast it's lifting and stuff like that, I would not ever leave bleach in your hair for more than 45 minutes, because that's when you start to get spaghetti hair, which is whenever you stretch it and it bounces back. That is not good. That's going to break off and you're not going to want that. So yes, my natural hair is a little bit frizzy. It's always been frizzy, but right now I'm touching it and I have no tangles. It still feels really soft, so let me tell you, get those boosters. I think they're only $1, and everything that I got here I got from Sally's Beauty Supply. I tried my best to get it somewhere where anybody can go ahead and get this, so hit up Sally's. And of course you want to use these. Now you also want to go ahead and use foil sheets. I like the ones from Ion. They're purple on the back, they're foil on the front. You can use whatever you want. I know some people even use aluminum foil that you can find in your kitchen. So it's completely up to you what it is that you want to use, but I just find that foil helps keep it in a little bit easier. It also keeps the heat in so that the bleach activates a lot quicker and faster and lifts it faster. So that's why I prefer the foil. And also you can go ahead and open each section at a time to see how it's lifting. Add a little bit more bleach if you need to, or just remove it instantly if that section is lifting a lot faster. Just rinse it out and then let the rest continue to process. Definitely want to keep an eye on that. And if you want a more specific video on how to bleach your hair, let me know and I can go ahead and get a client in here and we can do that together. So let's go ahead and move on to the coloring process. Now, I colored my hair twice. I'll try to find the original footage somewhere. I believe it was a Snapchat. I literally only had this color in my hair for maybe a day. So this was a 2-day process, and this literally would have been a 1-day process, but I started pretty late off in the night. It was a work day, so I really had to wait until like after dinner and all that stuff. So I started pretty late in the day, and it did take about 30 minutes to bleach your hair. Then you have to wash it, then you have to dry it. It's an entire process. So if I would have started earlier, I could have did this all in the span of 1 day. So I dyed my hair this, and it was night, so whenever I woke up in the morning it was air dried, and I noticed that it was a little bit more green than I really wanted. But this here is the Enraged Demi-Permanent hair color. This is the reason why I bleached my hair, because it's a demi-permanent, and demi-permanents, also like semi-permanents, they tend to wash out after a certain amount of shampooing. So each one is different. You definitely want to go ahead and read the box, read the little jar or whatever, and it kind of tells you a little bit about it. If you don't know what it is that you're doing, please make sure to research the color before you use it in your hair. Now, another thing that I do want to mention is stay away from box dyes. Now, I know that there's a whole propaganda about box dyes and not box dyes, but I do want to just say really quick, have you ever dyed your hair and it claims to be purple or something like splat? I don't use this. I only keep it in the box to hold my stuff, but I have this box as an example. If you were to dye your hair this purple color, it will come out looking black and barely looking purple in the sun. And I know that this has happened to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of hair dye video fails, and this is why. It's because it's a box dye. It's not really meant to catch your light like that. And honestly, I don't recommend those, but if you like them, if you find that they work for you, then girl, go ahead and do you, boo. But if you want something more bright, more vivid, something that's gonna literally like be bright no matter what, and something that is very eye-catching, this makes my hair look really nice. Like, it didn't damage my hair at all. Stay to demi and semi-permanent hair colors. Don't go for the permanents. Now, that's completely up to you, like I said, but this stuff really worked, especially the way that I did it. So again, this is Twisted Teal. This is the Enrage. They changed the packaging, but I really did like it. This lasts for 12 months. So another thing about semi and demi-permanent hair colors is that once you open it, you can still reuse it. Rather than a permanent hair color, when you open it, you need to throw that away because the oxygen hits the dye and it oxidizes. So that's not good. So I do recommend this. And again, I had it looked okay, but it was a little bit more mermaid-esque. And again, I had never had color in my hair before, so I was a little self-conscious about it, and it kind of made me feel a little like a little insecure. I really wasn't happy. And again, I'll try to insert a little picture or something like that here. So I really wasn't liking it. You can kind of still see a little bit because my hair right now is actually fading. I use a lot of hair oils and conditioners in my hair, and when you use hair oils and leave-in conditioners in your hair when it's a semi-permanent hair color or even a demi-permanent hair color, it tends to fade. And when it fades in layers. So let's say the blue fades, it will go into the teal color that I used first, and then it'll go into the blonde that I had. So you can see a little bit of the teal in my hair. Let me get a little closer, see if you guys can see it. You see that? So that was the teal color, and I really didn't like it. It was a little bit too mermaid-esque for me, so I didn't like it at all. So what I ended up doing was putting the Manic Panic over, because when I dyed it, I had just used these two. This is the Manic Panic Voodoo Blue, and this is what it looks like here. This is another product that you can go ahead and use continuously after you have opened it. This particular item here is cruelty-free and vegan as well. If you are interested, I'm trying to find the expiration date on it, but I don't see it. This one here also lasts a year, so both of these last a year. So when I first dyed it, I used these two. Ended up getting like this teal kind of bluish green color. Didn't prefer it, so what I ended up doing was go over it again with the Manic Panic. Now, what I like to do when using these kinds of colors is two different things. Well, technically three. You can use them on its own and try to get the full color. It will come out very dark though. It comes out very dark. I just want to let you guys know that. It definitely does. Or you can use a developer. If you do use a developer, I recommend a 10, but honestly, you don't really need a developer with these things. Developer, keep in mind, kind of damages your hair, so try to stay away from that. But I know some people, they just have to or want to use a developer. But me personally, I recommend using conditioner. I mix these in with conditioners and it really helps boost the color so much. A lot of people trying to kind of call it like a pastel vibe. I guess, yeah, in a way it does give you a pastel vibe. I mean, look at this. It's definitely lighter, but I find that using conditioner not only boosts and amps the vibrancy of the hair color, it makes your hair feel so good. So good. So if you're someone who does dye your hair, like let's say red for example, a lot of people will put the dye in the conditioner to kind of help keep the color for a longer period of time. So that's basically what you're doing, but instead of just having it stay in your hair for just about like 3 to 5 minutes in the shower, you're actually putting this in your hair and you're letting it process, and you're putting a lot of dye to the conditioner. So for example, I used a 1-to-1 ratio of the dye and the conditioner. My hair is very long, so I used literally almost the entire bottle of Manic Panic. When I didn't like how this looked, again, like I said, I dyed my hair the second time and I used only Manic Panic. Manic Panic is my favorite semi hair color dye, or my favorite dye at all if you're trying to get a vibrant look. I recommend Manic Panic. Honestly, 100%. So what I ended up doing was a 1-to-1 ratio, mixed it in together, and I ended up getting this bright blue hair. And I freaking love it. I love it so much. Voodoo Blue kind of gives you like a teal blue. It's more like an aqua blue, kind of. It's like an aqua blue. So that's what I recommend if you're going to be using anything like this. Add conditioner into your hair. It helps make it vibrant. It helps prevent your hair from frying, because any kind of dye will definitely fry your hair. And it kept my hair manageable and soft. And that was one of the things that I was afraid of, was having to cut my hair. I did not want to cut my hair. I mean, yeah, sometimes when you have long hair, you're like, yeah, I just want to chop it all off. But no, girl, I wanted my hair to stay long, and it did. One thing that I do want to mention really quick is a filler. Now, my hair is kind of weird. Since I eat a lot of protein, I don't use protein products in my hair, such as things that contain coconuts, almonds, or anything like that that contain protein. I kind of tend to stick away from it because it does the opposite after a while, which is supposed to keep your hair soft and stuff like that. After a while of using it, it kind of makes my hair brittle, dry, and it breaks. And that's just because of too much protein in your hair. So I kind of stay away from protein products. Maybe once a month I'll use something that has a little bit of protein in it, but for the most part I stay away from it. So what I need to do in my personal hair, and if you're like me, you need to use a filler. There's different kinds of fillers. One of the main fillers that I used to use, again back in the day when I used to dye my hair like a burgundy kind of red, was the color fillers. They have these at Sally's, and they used to have a lot of different colors, but now I see that they only have 3 now, which is a brown, a red, and a purple. So I recommend these. The color fillers are my favorite because it helps boost the vibrancy of the hair dye that you use. But if you are using, let's say, blue and they don't have it, use this one. This one is the natural or neutral protein, and it basically is clear. You just put it into the hair dye and conditioner, you mix it up together, and you get something like this. Now, again, since I did not want to fry my hair, I also used this booster that you see here. These little shots, they're only about $1.69, and you only need half per process. So this will last you a long time, this will last you a long time, and this will last you a long time. So these are literally essential. And if you're wondering on the conditioner that I use, I always use a silicone-free conditioner, and I believe the brand is called Maui. That's what I went ahead and I used to dye my hair. Now, to take care of my hair, everybody is different. A lot of people stay away, like I said, from oils and conditioners because it can definitely help your hair fade quicker. But for me, I am all about how my hair feels, I'm all about how it looks, and I'm all about taking good care of my hair. So I'm not going to get rid of my oils or my conditioners anytime soon. So I do make my own to kind of help because I want my ends to look good. I want my ends to look nice. I want my hair to be, I want you to be able to do this to my hair. I want it to look good. Now, I have naturally textured hair, so my hair is always going to be frizzy, which is one of the reasons why I refuse to get rid of my conditioners and my oils, because my hair is going to look frizzy. And with colored hair, when you have frizzy hair, it's going to look fried, even though it's not. It's just appearance, you know what I mean? So I do take very good care of my hair. I still do the same process that I would if I had still brown hair, and I find it to be good. I mean, like, look at this. Look at this. Like, look. If you had fried hair or damaged hair, you would not be able to do this without pulling hair out. There's no hair. Oh, and I got my nails to match. So that's really quick. That's a really quick, simple rundown of what it is that I use and what it is that I recommend to keep your hair looking nice. Now, again, I did want to go ahead and make this for educational purposes, but if you do want to see me touch up my hair, let me know in the comments below, or just like this video so that I do know and I can go ahead and do a video of me touching up my hair. If you want to see a separate video of me bleaching hair, also let me know and I can just post it on here for educational purposes as well. So, yes, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Sound off. Let me know your favorite color. What color you think I should do next? I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I got another one. Okay, so I have Shocking Blue. This is going to be the next one. I have another Voodoo Blue. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to kind of transition. I really like how bright this is. You know, I ended up falling in love with this hair. I did. I like it. And like I said in the beginning, I was very self-conscious about it. Like, I was just like very shy, very kind of like insecure. But now I'm just like, my hair looks good. let's be real. My hair looks good. So I might do like one more time of just Voodoo Blue. But then I'm going to eventually start mixing Shocking Blue, which is darker than Voodoo Blue. I'm going to mix these together to kind of get a little bit of a darker color. And then eventually I'm going to go ahead and just do Shocking Blue, because I only have a month and a half to enjoy bright and bold hair, because let's be real, teachers can't have bright hair color without being frowned upon, unfortunately. So yes, that is it on my hair and stuff like that. If you want to see anything, let me know in the comments below. If you have any requests, let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got a quick and easy rundown of how you should process your hair if you are trying to use a demi hair color or a semi-permanent hair color in your hair, and how you can bleach it and how you put this in. Now, for touching up is a completely different story, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for watching, and I appreciate you guys, and I love you so, so much. Thank you. Bye.